To drive a specific policy and make decisions, political will is required.
Yes, that is a bold speech from Prime Minister of Burkina Faso. It looks like the same speech provided by Captain Ibrahim Traore during the last year Africa Summit. I was looking when Prime Minister was delivering his speech. You see, some of Africans are not comfortable with the truth, and this is the reality. Sometimes truth brings those who are behaving badly to be uncomfortable. So I think we don't need to be uncomfortable. We need to be comfortable. And to be comfortable, we need to change our way of doing things. We have been promised ourselves Africa Agenda 2063. We have promised some plans. We have promised our continental free trade area, United Africa. We have promised about free movement of people and goods, single passport. So what are we doing to achieve those promises? What are we going to do to make sure that we achieve Agenda 2063? You know, as you heard from Prime Minister of Burkina Faso, sometimes we agreed as Africans to do a certain thing for the betterment of our continent, but others are getting instructions. Don't do this. Don't follow this. You see? For instance, I want to give you an example. You remember African leaders went to Kyiv and Moscow, if it is not St. Peter's, to meet President Zelensky and also to meet President Putin to see how they can bring peace in Ukraine and Russia, of course, in order for Africa to get grain and wheat, and sometimes to get what they call these fertilizers. But the same African leaders who tried to bring peace in Libya at that time, the year 2013, we are told by those who have called superpower, when they are already in pain, that don't go to Libya, don't go and bring peace to Libya. Leave it, go back. And our leaders went back and see what happened to Libya. So when it comes to Africa's interest, we have been dictated what to do. No one listening us. But when it comes to other issues, you see, the same people didn't say don't go to Ukraine, don't go to Russia, but the same people told African leaders don't go to Tripoli. So the speech is on social media. Go and search what Museveni said. Declared himself that Gaddafi was not to be killed if African leaders was allowed to engage. But sometimes that's why you see, for instance, we have conflict in DRC, we have conflicts in Sudan. I think even our leaders have been told, don't engage in this, leave it. Because you may ask yourself, if African leaders can decide to come together, or Africans, we can decide to come together and say, this time we want to make sure that we bring peace in DRC. This generation, let us make our history that we have achieved to bring peace in DRC. We can achieve it. We can achieve. If Africans, we decide from now and then, we want to make sure that we light our history, even through our bloods, we are going to make sure that we are going to bring peace in Sahel. We can achieve. That's why sometimes you wonder when coups occurred in West Africa, and especially in Niger, you remember ECOWAS threatened to invade Niger. But remember, Niger is not a problem of West Africa. The problem of West Africa is Boko Haram. People are being tortured and detained, killed by Boko Haram. But you never hear that West African countries' leaders came together and say, from now and then, we are going to war to fight Boko Haram. You, Cote d'Ivoire, make sure that you will not allow anyone to enter. You, Nigeria, do this. We can defeat it. We can defeat. But I think we have been given instructions. Don't touch them. Don't do this. Don't do this. That's why you heard from Prime Minister of Burkina Faso saying that some of our leaders getting instructions from Washington, from London, from Paris, and that's the reality. You know, all of us go and read the history of genocide. And of course, one day I was listening to President Kagame. He speaks the same thing that Mr. Pronar, the Prime Minister of Burkina Faso, is saying. When genocide started in Rwanda, Kagame and his counterparts communicate with France on how they can protect people from being killed. But France did nothing. Instead, they stopped. They didn't help. They are watching. Why? Because they know what they want. And sometimes I don't believe that Africans, we cannot bring peace. The problem that we have, we hear others than ourselves. We don't listen ourselves. We are waiting someone to I don't know who have made us to think that Africans, we can't do good things. Africans, we can't bring solutions, especially this generation. You know, our founding fathers fought the big fight to bring independence, despite we call it political independence, but they do their jobs. We current generation, we fear. I don't know what we fear. We fear even to speak. We want to die peaceful. Others die hard. No problem. We want to live peaceful. But if we are serious, we, the people of Africa, the current generation, we can say we are tired to see this continent having conflicts. We, all 54 countries, let us organize, go to Sudan. Tell those soldiers, put down your guns, stop fighting. After that, go to Somalia. Tell all those Boko Harams. I mean, in Somalia, there's called, I forget the name. Go to Nigeria. Tell those Boko Haram and say, the time has come. Put down your guns. Stop what you are doing. You are disturbing your relatives. You are disturbing your fellow Africans. Go to DRC. Tell them those labels. Say, what are you doing here? We are not coming to fight you. We are coming to tell you, put down your guns. These minerals are for yours. If we mobilize, we come together, all of us, we can benefit from generation to generation. We can tell them. Go to Sahel. Tell those terrorists that what you are doing in Burkina Faso, what you are doing in Mali, what you are doing in Niger is unacceptable. What do you want? Why you are disturbing innocent people? Put down your guns and come and join us. Let us build our continent. Go to northern Mozambique. Tell them, Islamic State there. What do you want? Put down your guns and let us come and harvest this oil for the benefit of our generation to generations. If we are serious, we can tell them polite and in a good manner. I'm sure Africa can have a peace. We can have a peace. If you do your own research, you understand many Africans, youth, want this continent to be united. Except those who are in power. Some of them, as Mr. Prime Minister said, have been given instructions. Don't accept a united. Don't accept free movement. Close your border. And sometimes I've been told, go and build the wall. So we need to change. We need to change. We need to take decisive decisions for the betterment of this continent. We who have already grown up, we need to build the foundations for others. We have already grown up. What we remain to do is to build foundations and good plans for the coming generation. That's what we need to do. So, my dear kings and queens, you have heard a lot. I would like to hear from you through what you heard, your suggestion, your opinions through the comment section, and also help us to share this video. And thanks for liking it, for watching. So, have a nice time. See you next time.